truly is taking the time for you, right? And I want to say here that it's not necessarily making the time in this case, because you already have the time, you already have it, it's there. I'm just saying utilize it a bit differently.
To some, boundaries are just placing limits. To me, it's where the limitless things begin.
Hello, 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 and thank you for tuning into the Boundaries and More podcast with Jess Abraham. I am your host, Jess Abraham, your favorite boundaries coach, and today's episode is brought to you by Joyful Styles. Joyful Styles is a lifestyle brand that provides premium quality apparel that promotes joy and positivity. Joyful Styles believes how we approach a situation matters, and choosing to be joyful makes all the difference. You have the power, and it's time to embrace it. So, get your Joyful Styles apparel at joyfulstyles.com. That's JoyfulStylez.com. Let's go, y'all. I'm excited to get into this. But before we do, y'all, for those of you who have not yet taken that boundaries quiz, take some time out right now to take that boundaries quiz. The link for you is in the show notes. It takes about 2 minutes, if that, of your time. Or you can just text me the word boundaries to 210-801-9153, and I'll get that sent over to you for you to take that. Let's go. I also have a really great resource for you all. It's 5 things about boundaries I wish I knew sooner. You can click the link in the show notes for that, just to help take things to the next level even sooner for you. Or you can text me the word sooner to 210-801-9153, and I'll make sure it gets sent over to you. Oh man, y'all, I'm excited. Because it feels good to be here right now, just be able to create this episode for you all. Just God is so good, and I'm so grateful. And I thank you all again. Like I always say, when you tune in, thank you for tuning in. I really, really mean that. And y'all see the title of the episode, right? Take the time. Take the time. Y'all, I've been taking some time intentionally, unintentionally, and all of the things, right? And I want to encourage you all to take the time, whatever time that you need, right? Whatever time that you think you need, right? Just take the time. I want to put that out there before I actually get into this, y'all. But y'all, I've been reflecting a lot, which is usual stuff for me, truly, right? And I've been reflecting, and I want to make sure, regardless of what's going on and how things are, I want to ensure that I remain authentic, right? So, y'all, I'm excited, right? Because I've been going back and forth, right? Back and forth for many reasons. If I want to do this thing or not, and the verdict is in. I will be doing it. Right? So I do have some episodes lined up for you all. However, right? However, tomorrow is August, and for those of you who don't know, August is a very, very special month. It's my favorite month, right? It's my birthday month, and I typically celebrate my birthday the entire month of August. But this year, truthfully, is a bit different, right? And with that, I mean, no, we just getting into it, but with just things are planned a little, it's a whole story. That's another podcast episode. But again, things are differently, and because things are a bit different with that, August will be a little bit different as well with the podcast, y'all. It will be different this year. Again, y'all, I've been going back and forth wrestling, like, should I not? Again, the verdict is in, so it will be happening, period. All right, y'all. So the month of August, this is what I will be doing for the podcast, right? Each week, I will be re-releasing and sharing previous episodes with you all, right? Some that I went back and listened to because it was resonating heavily in my spirit in this season. And what I want to do is share that again with you all, right? In the order really it's been coming to me because things been going on in life. I talked on an episode last week, right? The reality is, and different things, there's transitions happening, and there's all these different things that are happening and going on in life, good, bad, and different, whatever. I consider it to be good stuff, and soon to be even better stuff. But we'll see. And I don't want to give too much away because I'm starting to I was getting ready to tell y'all some of the episodes titles, but I want y'all to just kind of be how I want to say, I want you to kind of be a little bit surprised, like each week, or have that element of surprise each week, and seeing which ones have been hitting me a bit differently in this season. Prayerfully, it resonates with you all when you hear it for the first time or rehear these episodes. I think it'll be very, very helpful, right? And it's a great reminder, because I know it's been a great reminder for me. I truly believe like this isn't necessarily my podcast. It's God's podcast, and God speaks through me, and some of the things that during the time I'm going in and saying certain things and doing certain things, and I might remember some of it, I might not. Even if I have certain notes, there's things that come up that I'm not really, I'm just like, oh, yep, it dropped in my spirit right then and there, and I'm just saying it. But these things have been heavy in my spirit to reflect on, and I'm excited to reshare those episodes with you all. Yeah, it'll be a good move, a great stuff. Truly excited. But y'all, I want to kind of expand more a bit on the, taking the time for you, right? That what I said, take the time, but truly it's taking the time for you, right? And I want to say here that it's not necessarily making the time in this case, because you already have the time, you already have it, it's there. I'm just saying utilize it a bit differently, right? Yeah, that's what I've been doing. And some of the things, sometimes I felt weird about the way I was utilizing my time or not utilizing my time. And what I needed to realize is that regardless of what's going on or what's not going on, I'm exactly where I need to be, period. And I believe that, because I believe in that, then it's easier for me to operate a certain way, or give myself grace in situations when I'm like, God got me, period. I believe that, right? And if I believe that and I trust that, I'm making sure that I'm living by that. Now, this is not to be mistaken for not doing anything and expecting all these different blessings, right? Faith without works, right? We must work to get to certain places, and we also must rest, right? I'll give this episode a shout out. This not in my reflecting. This not in the list for the what will be re-released next month. But rest when needed, right? I made an episode about that. Check that episode out and let it see how it resonates with you in your current season. I think after this record, I'm gonna actually go listen to that too, because since it dropped in my spirit, I'm gonna re-listen to that. Here's something that was said through me then, that I'm pretty sure that'll resonate truly and deeply now. So I will take the time to listen to that episode as well. So y'all, with this said, right, when you take the time, typically what happens when you take the time for you, well, for me, I speak for me and what normally happens. And I believe this can happen for you and will happen for you. And you may have had some experience with this, but we'll see, right? But typically, this provides so much more clarity, right? Clarity is so big. Some people often try to move and do certain things without clarity, and it's hard, and everything seems like, what am I doing? It feels like not, you're getting nowhere, right? And what we don't want is for that to happen, because when you start doing stuff and then you feel like you're getting nowhere, then you get frustrated, and you feel some type of way, and you maybe even give up on certain things because you just didn't have the clarity in moving forward. It becomes or seems a lot harder than it probably should be, right? But taking that time for you can give you that clarity, right, y'all? I'm telling you, it's life changing, and I'm gonna be taking more time for me to ensure that I get even more clarity and all the things that's happening in this current season. Like I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the ability to do that. Like we all really have that ability, right? So just take the time. So typically you can get this clarity, right? Also, something I noticed that happens, and I believe will happen for you, the creative juices will be flowing a bit more, right? Like there's some things that I've been working on, or things that I've been doing or have not been doing because I feel like I got a little stuck, or it's just like, I came as far as I could and whatever. Now, this can go so many ways, but in certain situations, right, when we become stuck with certain things, it's a time period where we need to reach out to somebody else with this certain expertise to assist us in these situations, right? Now, that's one piece of it. Another piece is you again with that creative juices flowing, like, oh, you didn't have the clarity before, so the creative juices weren't necessarily flowing like they should and through you, and you getting things done, or you weren't getting things done, and now all of that changed because you have the space for the creative juices to flow. Right? It's, oh yeah, man, it's connected. It's all connected. I love it. I love it. So again, this typically provides that, but allows those creative juices to flow a bit more when you just taking that time. I've noticed, just like when I'm doing like nothing really, in the sense, I guess I'm thinking. I know I'm just sitting there and thinking and doing stuff, and that's the things when the brightest ideas comes up, or when I'm not expecting it a certain way. I mean, some people may have these shower epiphanies and downloads and things of that sort as well. But in the shower, what I'm thinking about cleaning my body, but the creative juices flow as well when I'm, and certain ideas come. Oh, I need to write that down. Like, oh, this program, oh, that, yep, we're gonna do that. Oh man, this keynote. Like it's, I'm telling you, it's just a different when you take the time and then you get that clarity and you allow those creative juices to flow, right? Something else I've noticed, and I believe what happened for you as well when you take the time, is that your spirit will be renewed. It can be renewed, right? Now, I love this because what I've noticed, particularly this year, right? So 2024, what I've noticed is that, man, as my relationship has been growing even more with God over the last couple years, and just this year, it's just been different, right? My spirit is just different, and it's for, I'll say it like this: it's been allowing me to be more at peace, right? I've been having even more peace, even in the times, y'all, it's so crazy. I be thinking about it, like even the times when I feel like, man, Jazz, you might be tripping here. You ain't doing nothing. Like really, for a whole week, you ain't work on nothing business later. You ain't do nothing, like all these different things. 2 weeks later, like what you doing with your life, right? Y'all listen to the reality is, y'all, some of the things that were coming up in my mind and things I've been thinking. Like go back and listen to that episode and kind of get where my headspace was with some of this stuff. But I'm just like, man, even with that, I have even more of a spirit of gratitude. And I'm just so grateful and at peace with all of the things. Like, like, wow, I'm not going to get all worked up about any of this stuff. Like, I'm important, right? I matter. You matter, right? So it's just like, man, that, taking that time again with that clarity, right, allows those creative juices to flow, and your spirit can be renewed, y'all. These things I've personally experienced, and I am intentionally, I guess, setting things up. Well, I'm intentionally setting things up in a way so that I can have even more of this, right? Even more of this. That's why last episode I mentioned as well, the podcast will potentially be doing like real like seasons, right? I have an idea in mind, of at what point will we start doing that, but the verdict is still out on that, right? Just like I said last week, the verdict is still out on that one. But when it's in, I'll let you know, right? Because yeah, I want it to be really, really impactful and beneficial for you all each and every episode. Again, this is that I aim to always provide practical tips and practical advice and things that you can implement right away into your life to improve your life, your situation. And that's just what I will continue to do. Right. And now, but I do want to mention this, like, cause I'm super excited about, the sharing with you all those episodes that just been hitting differently in this season, this coming month for the month of August. But I also want you all to know, like, if you want to really, truly continue to interact with me, then you can come on, and cause doing all of the month of August, the episodes will be a little bit different. It's still things happening, right? And so I want you all to come and interact with me and come join me in the Boundaries and More community. You can click the link in the show notes for that. Or you can go to community.boundariesandmore.com to get in the community. I'll, check things out, make sure, you request to be in the community and approve those requests and things of that sort. And man, I'm really excited about those of you who will join me there, because still I'll be answering individualized questions, right? We have Q&A, and also be posting and engaging there. Like, that's where my time will be, right? That's where the most focus will be emphasized. And I'm looking forward to those of you, and I'm excited for those of you who actually decide to, like, you know what, let's take this thing up a notch and let's get in this community. I'm really excited for those of you who will join me there. Man, I'm really excited, y'all. And I'm just, man, I just feel like, again, just a true sense of peace. And I'm so grateful. Man, it's just, yeah, I'm getting ready to get out of here. But I just really wanted y'all to know that, like, take the time for yourself, right? And truly, like me, you might, again, it might feel weird. It might have been, be unusual a bit, because we've been kind of trained and conditioned a certain way to live and do certain things. But I really want you all to take that time for you and see what it does for you, right? If you never if you're new to it and you never done it before, I want you to just try it out, right? Give yourself X amount of time and try it out. Take the time for you. If that looks like for you, X amount of time for yourself a day, that's 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 5 hours a day for yourself, whatever. If that's a whole week for you, if that's a whole month for you, or whatever that looks like, y'all, I want you to really take that time for you. Again, start where you are. Start small. Start wherever you are, right? Just take that time for you, and let's just see the difference. I want to hear some of the difference it's been making in y'all lives. Again, join me in the Boundaries and More community, and we can discuss it there and have some dialogue about it, things of that sort. Like, I'm really excited, and I'm really looking forward to hearing from you all, right? Because, man, it's so important. It's really, really important, y'all. But again, I'm getting ready to get out of here. That's what I have for you today. I wanted to inform you all of what's to come, and to really encourage you to take that time out for yourself, right? Take time for you to get that clarity. Let those creative juices flow and renew your spirit. Man, let's go. Let's go. Y'all, also, you can follow us on Instagram at Boundaries and More Podcast. Again, that's on Instagram at Boundaries and More Podcast. If you're someone you're not ready to join a community, that's cool. I would highly encourage you to get the most out of it. and actually come join me there. But if you want to send something to me or things of that sort, you can also feel free to send it on Instagram. Again, that's at Boundaries and More podcast on Instagram, and I'll be looking forward to it, y'all. Now, yep. I'm gonna leave it there, man. And I'm really excited for the episodes that you all will hear, right, come September, because again, it's beautiful, and they may change some of those up because of what certain clarity and things that happen throughout the month of August. But we'll see, right? Life is fluid, right? That's another episode. Go check that out that I've I created for you all. So life is fluid. Check that out, and yep, I'm living it. Right, everything again I mentioned here is all like life, my real life experiences, things that I've done, things that I've been through, things that I've helped others with or through, and man, yeah, I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to helping even more of you through your go through, right? Speaking of, right, man, I haven't done this in a while, but this is for you. For you're someone and like you want to be in a community, cool. You're gonna be in a boundaries in more community, awesome. Would love to have you there. But also, if you want that one-on-one time, just you and I, and with the community aspect, but getting that super personalized coaching for you, your specific situation and things of that sort, then apply to work with me. Okay, you can apply. The link is in the show notes for you, or you can go to jassabraham.com/apply, and let's get you right. Let's get you right. Like, we're already uh halfway through the year, and more. But we're ready there, and let's make the rest of the year the greatest, right? Because you have the ability to do that. I really truly believe, if you're watching this, you could see what I'm doing right now, but I really do believe that you create your happiness, right? Like you. So let's do that, right? Make sure that you create that happiness. And yeah, I'm super excited for those of you who will be taking me up on that, and I'm ready to grow with you all. Right. So yeah, that's what I have for you again. I want you all to really, really go out and have an amazingly beautiful day. Take time this week to enjoy the rest of your week, and be back next week for more Boundaries and More with Jas Abraham. Talk to y'all then.